Okay, we're back. So, ayun nga. Naririnig ako? Okay lang? Okay. Sige po. Okay. Sabi natin kanina, in the visual acuity taking, which is part of the preliminary examination, in the preliminary examination, we are not conducting all the tests there because our patient will not be able to see the target. Like for example, the NPC and PA. No? That is why in the preliminary examination, when handling low vision cases, we might be doing only the unaided visual acuity taking at far and at near, the PD of the patient, and other tests that might be applicable with our patient. Then the next is the ocular health examination. Remember that the reason why the patient has this low vision condition is that they have this ocular disease. It can be an anterior segment disease or a posterior segment disease. Then, for the refraction, we know that majority of the patients suffering from low vision condition, the reflex is very poor. That is why we perform a method of retinoscopy known as the radical retinoscopy, wherein we are going nearer, wherein our distance is nearer than the standard distance of 20 inches. Okay, in order for us to see the reflex. Then the rest of the test, the visual field charting, the color vision test, the contrast sensitivity test, and the glare sensitivity test, these are all the functional tests that we are conducting after VT number 7 because we want to know if there is a functional vision left to our patient. Remember, when handling patients with low vision condition, we are not after the visual acuity of the patient. What we are after is the functional vision of our patient. Okay, so for our next laboratory activity, we Okay, we will conduct the visual acuity taking among our partners, no? So, gagamit tayo ng simulator and we will take the visual acuity at far and at near. So, if our patient, we know that our patient is suffering from a low vision condition, we will not start with the standard 20 feet or 6 meters. No? If our patient is a known low vision condition. So, at far, we start at 3 meters or 10 feet. Then, at near, we will, same with the standard. We start at 40 cm or 16 inches. No? We recommend that the chart that we are presenting to our patient for visual acuity taking is the logMAR charts. No? And when we conduct the visual acuity taking at far and at near, we always start with both eyes. Remember that. It should be both eyes. Kasi in the standard, di ba, we start with the right eye. Even if you are left-handed, always start examining the right eye of the patient, then the left eye, then OU. That is for the standard visual acuity taking. But if we are handling patients with low vision condition, we start with both eyes open. The reason for this is we want to inform our patient that there is still visionless. No? Informing our patient, but not giving false hope to our patient that they see a lot of things. So OU, then OD, and OS. Then we record our findings. Next. So for the distance charts, we prefer the Logmar. It is because you will notice, I think you are familiar with that. Siguro na-encounter na yung type ng eye chart na to. The eye chart with 5 letters per row. Unlike the Snellen chart, diba? We are familiar with the Snellen chart. The biggest is only 1 letter. The second is 2, then 3. Increasing number of letters until it reaches the 2020 line. Now, in the case of the Logmar chart, all row has 5 letters. No? Similar. 5 letters, then each row has letters of equal difficulty to read. No? So the quality of the letter per line is of equal difficulty. And you will notice that the spacing between the letters, the lines, is the same. Size progression is logarithmic. We are computing for the size. I think you have studied it with your previous subject with Dr. Cruz regarding the, I think that's in refraction, wherein you are informed or taught about the different eye charts. No? And this is more reliable than other eye charts presented to the patient. Sabi dito, Logmar chart is considered to be ideal as there is uniform progression of letter sizes with standard separation of letters. But then again, let us, if there are no charts available like this one, the Logmar chart, we may use whatever chart is available. We can still use the Snellen chart if that is the only chart that is. Okay, so this is an illustration of the Logmar chart. Diba? It was mentioned that per line, there are 5 letters. The distances between the letters, between the lines, is the same. Okay, so I am presenting you the examples of the wait lang may mga phone-in question pa kasi. Sandali lang, sasagutin ko. We present the chart at 3 meters or 10 feet. Okay. Assuming we are presenting this chart, then the patient tells you, oh, diba, your instruction is, patient, I am presenting you this chart. It has letters. Please tell me up to what line can you read. Or you may point on the letter and ask the patient what letter it is. Okay, so assuming we present this chart and the patient tells you, and pointing to those letters, the biggest one, and the patient's response is F and P R C. Then, since the patient is able to read all the biggest letter, you proceed with the next. But in this case, the patient cannot recognize any letter on the second line. That is why your recording will then be 1M at 3 meters. What is 1M? M, that is M notation. That is the size of the letters. No? If you will look at the slide, no? Right after the letter Z, it is written there 1. So that will not be difficult for you. In this eye chart, the size of the letter are already written. So it will not be hard for you to record. So again, in this case, the patient fails to record the to identify the letters on the second line. That is why your final recording for the visual visual acuity for this example is 1 m at 3 meters. Okay? Question so far? Kasi you will be doing this with your partner, ha? Next. Another example. Again, you present this chart and ask the patient to read on it, but instead of reading it as F N P R Z, the patient read it as P M P B Z. So, how many letters are correct? Sa binasa niya, ilan lang ang tama?
Tatlo po.
Anyone?
Alright.
Instead of FNPRZ, sinabi niya it's PMPBZ. Oh, how many letters are correct?
Tatlo po.
Tatlo. Tatlo ba?
Ito lang, yung black lang.
Tatlo ang tama, tatlo ang mali.
Tatlo po ang mali.
Okay, di ba? Of the 5 letters, 3 mistakes, 2 correct. No? You cannot record that because the wrong letters are more than the correct ones. So with this scenario, with this example, you ask the patient to move forward, di ba? No, to move forward if you have a steady target. But if you have a movable eye chart, it's the eye chart that is moving. Remember, the case is a low vision condition. No, the patient will have difficulty in moving. That is why it's the chart that should be moving. But in this case, the chart is steady. So we ask the patient to move towards the chart. No? So it mentioned here, patient moves forward, consuming 1 meter. Consuming 1 meter. No? Patient reads it as. Ayan na. Ang sabi niya, PNPBZ. So, the red one represents the correct letters. No? In this case, the correct letters is more than the wrong ones. What will then be your recording? So, since the patient can read with this line, no, 3 correct already, then you have to record. Sorry, typo error for the recording. Kasi, consuming 1 meter eh. Remember, we only have, tama, 6 meters kasi, di ba? 6 meters yan. You started with 6 meters. Assuming you don't know if the patient is a low vision condition, kaya you started at 6 meters or 20 feet. And consuming 1 meter, patient able to read it. More correct letters, no? Your recording will be 1 m at 5 meters. 1 m at 5 meters. Because the patient moves forward, consuming 1 meter, 6 minus 1, so 5 meters. At a distance of 5 meters, the biggest letter was read by the patient. 3 out of 5. So, in this case, since patient has difficulty reading the first line and you come up with this result, no need for the patient to read the second line. It's just like doing the visual acuity taking for regular patients. Remember, di ba? In your regular patients, you ask the patient to read the Snellen chart. No? If the patient fails to read the biggest letter, which is usually the letter E, you ask the patient to move forward, then until he is able to read the letter E, let us say at a distance of 15 feet, kasi 20 feet, di ba? 15 feet, patients read the biggest letter E. So your recording is 15 over 200. instructing your patient to read the next, di ba? Only the biggest letter E. Okay? Can you understand questions regarding this example? Okay. Next.
Dok, kahit hindi po mabasa lahat ng letter na nasa line.
Oo, basta kung 5 yan, dapat 3. At least 3. And one more thing, you will notice that we will not place just like when you are taking the visual acuity using the Snellen chart. For example, if there is on the next line, patient can read another letter, you will write +1, +2. No need, ha? No need. Basta of the 5, patient can read 3. Your recording will be that line. Okay. Next example. So, the patient is known to have a low vision condition. That is why you started the visual acuity taking at a distance of 3 meters. When presented the chart, the patient tells you at 3 meters distance that he can only recognize letter Z. Okay? So with that, you ask the patient to move forward, closer to the reading to the chart, to the eye chart that is presented. This is at distance, ha? Okay, with 3 steps, 1 foot yon. So meaning 3 feet, di ba? Approximately the 3 steps equivalent to 3 feet is equivalent to 1 meter. Estimation, ha, kasi the 1 meter is more than 3 feet, 3 point something. Okay. So we are just rounding it off. The 3 steps, 3 feet is equivalent to 1 meter. Okay. So at 3 steps, at 3 feet going towards the eye chart, patients read FC. So still lucky, you cannot record it as seeing the target having a size of 1 m at 1 meter because out of the 5, 2 letters. So you ask the patient to proceed 6 steps. For every 3 steps, that is equivalent to 3 feet something. 6 steps na siya. So 6 feet something. Kasi ang 3 meters is 10 feet, diba? So you analyze, ha. So 6 feet, 6 steps, the patient read it as FPZ. So out of the 5 letters, patient can read 3. So with that, you can record it. No? So your recording is 1 m at 1 meter. 1 m at 1 meter again because na-consume ang 6 steps, 6 feet. So kung 6 feet yan and more, 6 point something nga ang sabi ko, ang 3 meters ay 10 feet lang. That is why the remaining distance to the chart is about 1 meter. So your recording is 1 m at 1 meter. Okay? Questions with this example? Okay, next. Okay, you present this example, presented the eye chart. The patient tells you, I see nothing, only something black, but I cannot see it. Then you ask the patient to move forward at 2 meters. Patient tells you, I can only recognize letter Z. No? So, continue moving towards the chart. At 1 meter distance, the patient tells you, I can read 2 letters at 1 meter. So, still, that is not the VA of the patient. Diba? The next thing that you are doing is counting finger. When you present your fingers, the patient is able to identify correctly the number of fingers that you are presenting. That is why your recording is counting finger at 1 meter. Okay with this one? Good? Very good. Next. This time, nothing at 3 meters. Patient tells you it's only something black. Then you ask the patient to move towards the chart. You are now on 2 meters. Still, the patient cannot recognize the chart, continue moving, and you only stop at 1 meter. It is because the patient tells you, still, I see nothing. Then you present your fingers, ask your patient to count the numbers of fingers that you are presenting, and he tells you or he gives you wrong answer. So, the next thing, yan, hand movement not recognized. No, the waving hands is not recognized. That is why you present the light. No? When light is being acknowledged at 1 meter, your recording is LP, light perception. Okay? Another. So, you have presented all that eye chart, your fingers, your hand movement, even light is being presented, and yet the patient fails to recognize the light. That's the time that your recording is NLP, no light perception. Okay? Next, questions for far? Wala tayo? Okay lang? Good?
I-skip
Yes.
na po yung light projection. I-skip na po siya.
Okay. Sige. Sa light projection naman, ganito yan. So, di ba, ito, after the light is being acknowledged in the real assessment of the patient, you will not stop with light projection. No? You will send your patient to a dark room. You present light. Okay? So, assuming the light is being acknowledged, the next thing that you are going to do is you ask the patient, where is the light coming from? So, if the patient tells you where the light is, let us say, I think it's on my left side. I think the light is on my right side. If the patient correctly acknowledge the direction of the light, then you have to record it as light projection. Okay? Light projection. So before recording light perception, please try that that examination. Okay? Questions? Questions? Okay. Because the next time that you are going to do this with your classmate, it is graded. It is graded. Okay? So let's have at near, no? So for a patient with low vision condition, we are not presenting the reduced Snellen or the Jaeger's card. We have a specific chart for near for low vision cases. The test distance is still 16 inches or 40 cm. Okay? Just like this chart, the biggest is about 1M notation. 1M, the size the size. There are charts na with different sizes so it's not always 1. Others, it is written 8M, no? So you present the chart at a distance of 16 inches, then you ask the patient to read the first biggest paragraph. Okay? Now, so in this case, the patient able to read the biggest paragraph. But the second paragraph, the patient fails to acknowledge or read it. So, your recording is whatever is the size of the biggest paragraph. Okay? So, 1M at 40 cm. Okay? Next. Now, if at a distance of 40 cm, the patient fails to read it, you will not record that not readable. Remember in your usual patients, di ba? When presented with the Jaeger's card or the reduced Snellen and the patient fails to see it at a distance of 16 inches, we record it as J9 not readable or 16,200 not readable. Now, and you stop it, di ba? You stop the examination for the visual acuity taking at near in our regular patient. But for patients with low vision condition, if the patient fails to read the biggest letter, the biggest paragraph, you ask the patient to move the target towards him. But the target is only the biggest one. So, you will not ask the patient to move the target, then seeing all of what is written. Moving the target, but you're moving the chart, the reading material, but your target is only the biggest paragraph. No? So, at whatever distance that the biggest paragraph is seen, you record it. Let us say, let us say at a distance of 20 cm, patient is able to read the biggest paragraph, you write there 1M at 20 cm. So, up to what distance are you going to stop? No? At a distance of, let us say, the reading material is on the face of the patient, you stop. But you will stop presenting that target. But you will not stop taking the visual acuity at near. So what will then be the next chart that you are going to present to your patient if this is unrecognizable? The next thing that you are going to present, okay, is your distance chart. No? Because you need to get a record of the visual acuity of the patient at far and at near. It is because that will be your basis in giving the different types of magnifier, telescope, or other optical devices. Okay. So, in this presentation, patient fails to read the reading chart at near, the test target at near, even if the test target is kissing the face, no? So you present the chart at the distance chart. In the distance chart, you will start at 40 cm or 16 inches, but what will be your target? you will start with the smallest one. So, smallest one, the equivalent 2020 line or the 1620 or the equivalent J1. No? No? Then, if the patient at 16 inches or 40 cm fails to read the smallest one in the distance chart, you ask the patient to move it closer, but the target is the smallest one. Okay? So let us say the smallest one is being read by the patient at a distance of 10 cm. That will then be your recording. Take note of the size. It is written here at the sides of the chart. What is the size of this target? Size of the target at 10 cm. Next thing. If, for example, even if moving closer, the distant target to the patient's eye is still the patient cannot recognize it, what will then are you going to do? You present the next bigger line, no? The next bigger line, but always start at 16 inches and 40 cm. Okay? Now, at 40 cm, you started with the second one, the second to the smallest. No? Still, the patient cannot read it. Move it towards the patient. Okay? No? But, for example, the second to the smallest patient cannot read it. Then proceed to the third from the smallest. No? Until you reach, for example, you reach this one. Ito, the bigger one, the DPNFR. It's okay. Basta, you always start at 40 cm, 16 inches. If the patient sees it, then you record it. Whatever is the size of this target at 40 cm. Okay? Okay? Okay ba? Sige, aralin ha. Okay. So that will be our laboratory activity next meeting. Okay? So ganito. Kailan niya, hahatiin ko na kayo ha. So, we will be doing this on a Tuesday. Ayun na, nagsabi na ako, Tuesday. Kasi sabi nyo, next week, marami na kayong on-site. So, I will grab the opportunity of the on-site. So, on Tuesday, your time is, lecture ha, your time is 8:30 to 10 for, 7 to 8:30 for A, 8:30 to 10 for B. For both sections, syempre, yung 7 to 8:30 for A and 8:30 to 10 for B, ang papasok lang sa Tuesday, bring your occluder, we'll do this one, groups 1 and 2. 1 and 2 sa A, 1 and 2 sa B. Kasi baka hindi tayo magkasya sa room pag kayo lahat at napakaingay. No? We have enough eye chart, pero konti lang yung ating yung room kasi ang liit lang. So our room for on a Tuesday, pag lecture, it's LAH 314 ha. Yan ha, magkikita na tayo ha. Then yung next namang grupo ay Thursday. Kaya lang ang Thursday, if I am not mistaken, it's a holiday, it's 21. No, Ninoy Aquino yan Alam ko walang pasok, so walang Thursday, no? Ang Friday natin, hindi ko pa ina-announce na walang pasok ha. Kasi ano yan, baka kasi meron akong meeting yan 22, so most likely wala yan. Pero wag muna kayong umasa, hindi pa siya final. Maganda rin naman na yung 22 kasi una ko na kayo, baka unahan nyo kasi ako na naman ng on-site dahil bibitin. Ng 29, ng 21, walang pasok, di ba? Baka gusto nyo ng long weekend. Ayun. So sa Tuesday ha, groups 1 and 2. 1 and 2 tayo. Although 1.5 hour yan, ang tagal nga niyan eh. Tignan ko ha, kasi baka pwedeng hatiin ko yung oras para fair sa lahat. Kasi visual acuity lang naman yan eh. Visual acuity at far and near, parang kaya naman yan. Paghatian nyo yung 1.5 hours, no? Sige, mag-a-announce na lang ako. Question? Okay, salamat po for this meet